Hey folks, it's Paul from Bajimo Fitness. Today we are going to talk about low carb and no carb for athletes, especially middle-aged athletes. Is this a good idea? Now you may have heard some athletes say that hey, they don't eat carbs, they have very strict diets. But I'm going to tell you they probably still have carbs. And I say that because you still see them saying they're going to have fruits and vegetables. Those are carbs. They're healthy carbs, but they're still carbs. And it's not really an athlete's job to be literal in what they say. They might be just trying to give general information like, hey, this is what I do, this is what I eat. They're not a dietitian, so they may not say things exactly correctly or literally. What I think they probably mean is they don't have processed carbs or refined carbs. You can still have vegetables, you can still have fruit, but you have a lot less issues related to all the other things that carbs can bring, different carbs can bring. Sticking to just basically fruits and vegetables also allows you to get all the nutrients you need. You can still get fiber, which is very important. That's one thing if you don't eat carbs, sometimes people are lacking. And also, fun fact, for quick twitch muscles, they are fueled by carbs. I'm not going to say you won't be fast if you don't eat carbs, because I'm sure if you're fast, you're fast. But you may not be reaching your highest potential cutting carbs out. So what do? For what I say most middle-aged athletes or people that are trying to do a sport, that they just stay away from boxed foods. This is the crackers, chips, desserts, anything that's kind of in a box. Stay on the outside of the aisles, as they say at a grocery store. You'll do much better. Then you can still have potatoes if you want. You can still have others, a little more starchier carbs that you might like, but you still sticking to whole foods. Since we're not professional athletes, we don't have to do the most extreme methods. We can still enjoy life a little bit, but stick to that whole food. Now I say eat carbs, but also you don't have to have the same amount of carbs each day. Not every day is the same. So if you're doing an intense workout or an endurance run or something like that, yeah, you're going to want more carbs that day. If you're just sitting in the office that day and not really moving, yeah, you don't need as many. You can probably cut some back. It might help you stay lean that way. And cutting back might actually help you with meals as far as not having too many carbs and getting that, crash feeling after you eat. Now, if you start to feel lethargic and kind of weak or tired, that you might not be having enough carbs, but you could also just not have enough electrolytes or sodium in you at that point. When you cut back on processed foods, a lot of times you get a lot less salt and sodium in your diet. So a little electrolytes, a little bit of salt on your food might actually help in this case, but only do that if you are not eating processed foods. If you're eating processed foods, you get plenty of that. So again, choose healthier options, whole food options. You can eat some carbs. Vary it each day based on how much activity you're doing. And this is a diet that will work long term. And it's better for your health this way instead of trying to do extreme things. The main focus needs to be on first being generally healthy before we work on performance or a body aesthetic. All right, that is it for this video. Give it a like if it helped. Until next time, peace.